Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel as we continue talking about 1980s horror films, and we're diving into 1981 now. And of course, this is the week of love. This is Valentine's week. So, what better way to usher in 1981 than talk about My Bloody Valentine? Guys, first time watch. I've never watched My Bloody Valentine before. I know I've heard so many things about it over the years, but I never took the time to sit down and watch it. And I gotta say, I freaking loved it. This, I think, is going to become an annual watch for the week of Valentine. This is an awesome movie, guys. I absolutely loved it from start to finish. Fantastic. The kills, this, for one thing, it's just right off the bat. The transfer, the Screen Factory 4K release, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, pristine. It's a mint transfer over to 4K. This thing looks fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Now, the kills. Let's talk about the kills because the kills are incredible. We have this. I watched the uncut version on 4K, and we might get into some spoilers. But again, this is more of a well-known horror film for horror fans for 1981, and so you're probably going to know some of the kills that are in this. We have a good old eyeball kill. We got the old pick right up to the chin, taking the eyeball out. Incredible, great. As soon as I saw, I was like, "What an incredible special effect for this film!" Blew me away. We have a guy getting his face put into a deep fryer with some hot dogs, and his face getting all cooked and all nice and steamy. Fantastic kill. Now, another kill. I know I'm getting right into the kills, guys. We're going to go back to the beginning of the film, what this film is all about. But there's a kill when this girl gets basically her head gets pushed into this water pipe, this water valve, and the killer turns on the miner, turns on the valve, and water comes through her mouth. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I loved it. I know I'm just like gushing over the kills in this film, but they are fantastic. Some of the best kills I've ever seen in a slasher, hands down. But the film begins with we're finding out about the killer, the miner, this man by the name of Harry, who was basically trapped in the mine when these other miners made it out. He was trapped there during a Valentine's Day dance that was happening at the time. And once he was found, they dug him out, and he was like eating the remains of other miners that were buried along with him. And he kind of like went crazy, and he wound up killing people. And you know, fast forward 20 years later, this town has not had any kind of Valentine's Day dance in that amount of time because every time they was worried about the Harry was going to come back and murder more people. And wouldn't you know it, this year they decided, it's time to lift the ban and have a Valentine's Day dance and celebrate Valentine's Day in the town. And you know what? The killer has re-emerged, and I love it because they get it. We're getting some spoilers again, guys. If you haven't seen the film, go watch it. Come on back because it leads you in the direction of you know is Harry back? Is this how is he back? He should be locked up somewhere. How did he get out, and why is he back in this town? And and I love it. The characters, there's so many different characters in this film that all have their different personalities, and I enjoyed every single one of them. Some more than others, but pretty much for the most part, all of them. We have this gentleman who's coming back into town. He kind of like he left his girlfriend behind. He needed to escape and get out of that town, but he wound up coming back, and now she has a new boyfriend. And once you know it, they both work in the mines. So there was that conflict. Like she is still in love with her old boyfriend, but has the new boyfriend. So there's definitely that butting of the heads there, as also with her, she's trying to decide on who she wants to be with, you know. And at the same time, we have the heart, the killer, the miner, and I love the look of it's it's so unique. This guy in this like mining outfit and with the mask and everything, and he's going around, with this, with the pick, and he's killing people, and he's like, sending, a heart shaped candy box to like, to the sheriff, into like I'd be like the mayor of the town, and they're getting these boxes like and thinking, oh, it's gonna be candy in there, and there's like hearts in there, like actually human hearts in these boxes. I love the uniqueness of this film. I've seen some other Valentine horror films, but there was just something about this one that really stands out to me because everything, with the decorations and just everything about this film, it the whole town is like just bathed in Valentine's Day, decorations, and I really enjoy it. It really goes really full force with the holiday celebration for Valentine's, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it. The kills, the gore, the acting was pretty darn good too. The story, the how the killer looks, everything is just like spot on, like perfection. And I'm really blown away that it took me this long to watch this film. Again, one of these, finding one of these films a gem for me. I know it's not a underrated gem because a lot of people, this is a very popular horror film. But for me, diving in and looking at these films, throughout the '80s, I found some like hidden gems in 1980, and I'm starting off with a banger, a absolute banger here for '81 with My Bloody Valentine. And the interesting part that I get, for first time watching this, if you're watching the film, they show the what the day is, and it says February 14th. It says Saturday, February 14th, and it's Valentine's Day. And wouldn't you know, I'm reviewing it right now, and this year Valentine's Day falls on a Saturday. So hey, I guess it was just meant to be that I was meant to review it this particular year, and finally see this film for the very first time. I could just keep on going on and on and on about this film. The setting, being like down in the mines, another unique, part of this film. Great. And again, it's a film that keeps you guessing all the way to the end. Is it Harry? Is it somebody else? We don't know, guys. And I loved it from start to finish. Absolute perfection. Again, it's going to be an every year watch, guaranteed. On My Bloody Valentine. Look at that again. You can see just the look of the killer. Absolutely fantastic. Everything done perfectly with that film. So, guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you in another episode. Take care.